Camera rolling. We're all set.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, it's 5 o'clock, so we will call a meeting of the Park Committee for Wednesday, May 11th, 2016, to order. We have with us today Alderman John Vanderleest, Alderman Chris Weary, and myself, David Nennig. Alderman Andy Nicholson asked to be excused this evening, so we'll record him as excused. First thing is approval of the minutes of the April 27th, 2016 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alderman Weary, seconded by Alderman Vanderleest, to approve the minutes. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the motion carries. First item is discussion and action on a request by Old Main Street to host an Art and Soul 5K walk at Whitney Park on Saturday, August 27th, 2016. Donnie, you want to give us a little background?
I'll have James.
Okay.
James, will you present it?
Good evening, Park Committee. James Anderson, your award-winning Park and Rec Department. We have the Art and Soul 5K sponsored by Old Main Street. They're looking to do a kind of a pun of Heart and Soul, the song, but you know, with all the art deco that's going on around our city right now and keeping in kind of that next level vibe going, they really want to create a 5K race on Saturday, August 27th. They're going to be utilizing Whitney Park for packet pickup and post-race events. They're also going to highlight a mural, newest mural in the Art District at 620 Main Street for the start of the race. So they're not actually, I don't think, going to start in Whitney Park. They're going to start at 620 Main Street, which is near Whitney Park, and they're going to end at Whitney Park. The packet pickup and their kind of home base, per se, is going to be at Whitney Park. So they're going to be utilizing the park. They're expecting about 200 people, and they can either take part in either the 5K run or the walk or both through the Art District, and then they'll highlight all the art pieces along the Art District. This is 501c3, Old Main Street, and they have been through the Special Event Committee, and we are looking for approval contingent upon all costs of the event, or the responsibility of downtown Green Bay, all proper permits and insurance being obtained. Actually not downtown Green Bay, it's actually Old Main Street District is, same staff, different group, sorry about that. It's actually the Old Main Street District. Old Main Street is responsible for our security, and they must adhere to all noise ordinances and regulations. No alcohol will be served in the park, and final approval by the Special Event Committee, which will be done as soon as you guys approve it, hopefully.
Okay, are there any questions? We do have someone here from Old Main. Did you want to say anything, or
James did a
just here to
fantastic
answer
job of
questions?
explaining it,
Okay.
but-
Any questions?
Sounds like a great event. Generally, where's the route? Is it staying on Main
Actually,
Street, or-
Yeah, and I have a map too, if you guys want to take a look. There's actually kind of a run route, and then there's so if you're looking at this from, you probably have some colored ones too. Yeah.
Thank you.
So there's the walk goes more through the Old Main Street District, and then the run goes a little more through the neighborhood. Both overlapping on the trail.
What time of day is it?
9 a.m. is when the start will be.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve? A motion by
Second.
Alderman Vanderleest, seconded by Alderman Weary to approve the request. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
With contingent, as
Oh, yeah,
James gave you.
with the contingencies that were read.
Good luck.
Okay,
Thank you.
do you want your map back?
No, you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Come
Might
sign
want to
up.
run it. What's the fee?
What'd you say?
Might want to run it. What's the fee?
I don't remember.
That's okay.
It's like $20 or $25.
Okay.
Registration's open now, so.
Thanks. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, next item is discussion and action on the purchase of 535 St. George Street, parcel 7-666 for the East River Trail expansion. This is noticed in our agenda as possibly a closed session because it is negotiating the purchase of a property. And if we want to discuss the offer that the city may make on the property, the price, it's appropriate to do it in a closed session. So
We would recommend going into closed
I would
session so that we
suggest that
could
as
discuss
well.
the price.
so-
I'll make the motion to go in closed session.
Would you read the?
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Weary, seconded by Alderman Vanderleest, to convene in closed session pursuant to sections 19.85, parent 1, parent E, Wisconsin statutes, for the purposes of deliberating or negotiating a sale of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business as necessary for competitive or bargaining reasons. The committee may thereafter reconvene in open session pursuant to section 19.85, parent 2 Wisconsin statutes to report the results of the closed session and consider the balance of the agenda. So all in favor of going into closed session signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. Okay.
Pizza.
Okay, our committee discussed this item in closed session, and do you want to read the recommended motion?
Sure,
Dawn?
I can read it. To approve and move forward with the purchase of 535 St. George parcel 7-666 for the East River Trail expansion as directed in closed session.
Okay, is there a motion to approve that? Motion by Alderman Vanderleest, seconded by Alderman Weary. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, number 3 is discussion and action on a request by Alderman Scannell to look into building the East River Trail with solar pavement. Dan, you got some information for us?
Yes, I do. Thanks.
Okay. At the city council meeting on May 3rd, Alderman Scannell put in a communication to research the potential use of the solar paving for construction of the East River Trail. Staff has researched the product on internet. The solar panels consist of the hexagon solar units that are linked together, creating a solid pavement surface. This is what you're seeing right here. Looks like that, okay. Okay. The surface consists of tempered glass with bumps that may be able to handle the weight of vehicles. There is solar panel technology incorporated into each panel with LED lighting and heating panels built in. The lighting can be set to any desired pattern, including lane striping or decorative patterns. Each panel would be heated for a few degrees warmer than the freezing temperature, so they feel that if they could do that, they wouldn't have to plow the trail. From the research the staff has completed, there seems to be a lot of conflicting information online as to the viability of the pavement. Staff was not able to find any information on how much the system cost, but we know that it would be very, very pricey. In addition to the purchase and installation of the product, an electrical tunnel would have to be built next to the panels so that they could fit in and you could hook up the electricity. The product website indicates that it's still in the trial phases, and this product is not for sale yet. There's also an online debate as to whether the panels can really generate what they say they can or put out enough energy to power the lighting or the heating elements. In addition, it is unclear if the lighting is bright enough to even see during the day. So at this time, our recommendation would be to receive and place on file until we can gather more information on this product. We're not ready to make any kind of decisions. We have no cost. We don't know if it hasn't been sold yet. There's no history on the project, but it's something to consider maybe down the line. So that would be our recommendation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Alderman Scannell, would you care to address the committee?
I do know that they are using this in Europe. I know that they made a bike trail in the Netherlands. I can teach some info on that, but and it's been in place for a year and it's been working. I'm not sure about roadways and stuff, but I think bike trails is a good place where maybe we can start for this. I did not know the availability of it in the United States, who would be able to construct it if we can get it, and the costs. I think there might be grant money out there that we could tap into that would help reduce the cost. But again, I don't know how practical at this point in time it is to do, because I don't know, like I said, who can do it, if it needs a special construction company, or if we can do it, or what, I don't know. I did try and get a hold of, there was a company in Idaho that supposedly kind of started this, and they have not gotten back to me, so I don't know. But I am glad that, I appreciate you're looking into this, and I do want to point us in this direction. I think it's the wave of the future. It may not be today or tomorrow, but I think it's coming soon, and I'd just like us to be keeping an eye on that and working toward that, and I'm happy to receive and place on file. I think it's fine, given the information that it just doesn't seem like we don't know where to get it, we don't know who could do it, there's still a lot of details to get worked out in that way. But I do believe what they have now is, it has been tested in Europe and it has been successful. So it's just a matter of get it going here in the United States somehow, and I don't know exactly how to do that, but, if staff is willing to keep an eye on this, I'd appreciate it, and let's just, receive and place on file and go forward as best we can. Thank you.
I can see some potential at certain locations along trails. Like for example, in my district, at the Baird Creek Trail, where it crosses Dan's Avenue, there always are, I always see conflicts between bicyclists and the traffic there. People are riding their bikes often with headsets on, and they have something that would get their attention, where the crossing is with the road. Might make some sense at some point. There are applications where you might not be able to do the whole trail with it, but maybe certain locations. Could you bring any, if you get any more information, could you bring that
Sure,
forward?
I could forward Dawn with some stuff, and if she could disseminate. I've got some videos on what exactly the stuff is, and also some articles of what they're doing in Europe with it, and how, I have one where they first put it in, I think it was in the Netherlands. They built the trail, and then a year later, there's an article that follows up, and it just worked out wonderful, better than they expected. So I could send you some of that, certainly.
Their website for this product is on this first page if you want to look at it yourself.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, I think a motion to receive and place on file at this time would be in order. A motion by Alderman Vandalay, seconded by Alderman Weary, to receive and place on file. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, we get down to number 4A, is to request approval to award a contract for repairs to the floor hoist at the East Side Park Shop to Petroleum Equipment Service of Wisconsin LLC for $17,582. Rick?
It's a difficult couple of weeks for the purchasing department relative to parks projects. This particular project was repairs to a floor hoist at the West Side Garage. We had 5 vendors attend the site inspection that showed interest in doing the project. However, we only received one offer, one bid. We followed up with vendors. One stated he was too busy. One stated that he would only quote on a time and materials basis. The one quote that we did receive was from the vendor that did the original installation on this hoist. So he knew, what it was all about and what the repair would entail. So we're recommending an award to Petroleum Equipment Services for $17,582. The budget for this project was $17,000 for the repair. The repair came in under budget, but due to the savings, the department was recommending relocation of the controls for this project. Originally, with many hoists, the controls are installed in the floor where they're subject to moisture and dirt and grease. by replacing the controls on the wall takes away that element. So the entire project can be done for $17,582, which is very close to the original scope of the project.
This is at the East Side Park Shop at Preble Park, right?
Excuse me, this is the
West side.
west side. I may have misstated that.
This west side? Okay.
I get
What
these
happens
numbers.
is we have the plungers and the seals that are leaking badly, and when we put something up on the hoist, what happens is it starts to come down. So it's actually a safety issue for our mechanics. I don't want anything to land on them, so we have to get this fixed.
Motion to approve?
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Weary, seconded by Alderman Vandelis to approve the recommendation. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, 4B, request approval to award a contract for floor tile replacement on the 5th and 6th floors, floor hallways at City Hall. Kohler Flooring Incorporated for $20,515. Rick?
Likewise, we had 3 vendors that typically do a lot of work for the city, attend the site inspection for this project. However, we only received 1 bid. The bid came in from Kohler Flooring at $20,515. The city is, they've done work for the city before. The bid is $5,500 below the budget for this project, and we're recommending an award to Kohler Flooring for $20,515.
Okay, any questions? Okay, motion by Alderman Weary, seconded by Alderman Vandelis to approve. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. 4C, discussion with possible action regarding the award of a contract for fiberglass repairs for the Falling Star Ride at Bay Beach Amusement Park.
This was a very difficult project. I'll let Dan give you some of the scope of the work that was involved, but from a purchasing perspective, we put this out for bid. We received no bids. We actually, because this is a very specialized project, we reached out to 4 qualified vendors within the Green Bay area, and none of them submitted a bid. Dan and my buyer, Jackie, in the department, revised the specifications a little bit. Timing was a big issue to get this job done, and that was a turnoff to some of the vendors. We put it back out for bid, opened up the timing a little bit, willingness to work with the awarded vendor. We did receive 1 quote from Fiberglass Solutions, who has done work like this in the past for the city, and we're recommending awarding that project to that vendor for $10,728.
Okay, staff has reviewed this and okay with it?
I can just give you a few
Sure.
comments. So the Friends of Bay Beach purchased this used ride and donated it to the city of Green Bay, and the city committed to funding the restoration and the installation of the ride. This is one of the last items that need to be done on the ride to get the project finished. This work will consist of repairing all of the fiberglass scratches, cracks, and holes. So you can see the second page shows the pictures of what we're looking at doing. They'll apply a new gel coat surface, and all of the pieces will be painted silver with metallic flakes in them. And then just note that the blue portions of the seats in the photos are in good condition, and those will not be touched. They're only going to be doing the yellow portions.
This ride actually, is it actually in service right now?
No, it's currently being restored. So they just finished doing some painting on the ride, and now we're going to go to getting some electrical repairs done. The site work was recently bid out, and that was approved, I think, at the last IMS committee to go ahead and proceed with the site work for building this ride.
I think they purchased this from a park out east somewhere, is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
So, any discussion?
Looking to have this running this year or next year?
We hope to have it running by the end of this year.
No question.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay, if not, is there a motion to approve? Motion by Alderman Vandelis, seconded by Alderman Weary to approve the recommendation. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Everyone did receive a written copy of the director's report. Is there anything you'd like to add or highlight?
Yeah, usually. Well, I want to tell you that we opened Bay Beach this past weekend, and we had a record-breaking weekend both days. Both Saturday and Sunday were record-breaking. It's just amazing that that continues to happen, but it does. Obviously, the popularity of the new rides, the Bay Beast and the Rocking Tub, were a big draw to this weekend. Reports on both rides were awesome. I think the Beast wins, though, but the Rocking Tug is close. For adults, when they go on the Rocking Tug, it's more like for a younger child that you can ride with them on. So it's not that thrill seeker like, you know, the Sea Dragon or the Falling Star, but it's still very popular. It's kind of nice because we wanted to get some rides where the parents could also ride with kids, with younger kids on rides. So that's a big draw for that ride. The Bay Beast, it's awesome. They just love it. You know, it's kind of like when you stand by Pippin. You can hear all this laughter, and you stand by this ride, and these kids are just laughing and having a great time and giggling about when they fall and when they go up. So anyway, very popular. We're very happy to have the rides, and it's been a good addition to the park. The Golden Memories Ball will take place this Friday at Bay Beach at 7 to 10 o'clock. Eddie Larson and the Classic Memory Band, Dance Band will be performing. Our tennis and our bocce leagues now have started. Our pool's open June 11th. Finding lifeguards for our pools is still a big struggle, a big struggle. We're trying to work with the Board of Ed to try to get some opportunities for us to go in and even teach some curriculum for lifeguards. So lifeguards continue to be a struggle, but we're working with them to try to start a curriculum so that we can start building lifeguards in the future to work at our pools in the summer.
Is our pay equal to the surrounding areas? Are we losing that battle? Is that why we're?
No, actually, we're one of everybody who's
Okay.
there just isn't enough lifeguard. It used to be taught in the curriculum in the schools. They dropped it. And, you know, and so now we teach the curriculum ourselves to train lifeguards. If you know of any really good swimmers that are 16 and above, we'll train them. Tell them to come and we'll help them, you know, learn to be lifeguards, and we'll put on the training program for them. But just an FYI on that, we are really hurting for lifeguards. All the docks are in at the Metro Vault Launch. We have a generous donation of 1,300 trout that were added and released to the East Shore Lagoon for fishing, for our fishing program. It's a place where kids can go fish, and they love it. And if you would have saw Saturday, it was like up and down and just all these little fisher people, which is cool. And you know, right now we have a contest going on for the golden trout. So whoever gets the golden trout will win some prizes from the Wildlife Sanctuary. So everybody's out there trying to catch Walter, and I'll call him Walter.
I think
but
I
know
saw
his
an
name's
eagle
not Walter.
flying.
But, what?
I thought I saw an eagle flying with it.
Yeah.
The eagle would be disqualified.
There we go. And then,
I noticed in the report, it said Wisconsin DNR wardens are checking on the fishing area for
Yeah.
overaged fishermen. So
Yeah.
what age is the fishing for?
16 and under, I believe.
Okay.
But we have a lot of adults who like to fish there too, and it's really a fishing area that's open for children. So that's what we have. And then that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, are there any questions? Okay, if not, motion to receive and place on file, the
So moved.
judge's report. Moved by Alderman Weary, seconded by Alderman Vanderleest. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye,
Opposed? Motion carries. Then we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
aye. So moved.
Moved by Alderman Weary, seconded by Alderman Vanderleest to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. We stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Nicholson's not here, so you're the vice chair.
Why did it last for a while? The chair? That wasn't part of the deal.